Jimmie Rodgers and Candace.
MeTV 24 Meridian proudly presents your favorite way to start the day. Welcome to Mornings with Scotty Ray and Candace.
And good morning. I'm your friend Scotty Ray, along with Candace, with a ray of sunshine and a smile today.
Yes.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm good.
4th
You doing okay?
Yeah, 4th of July weekend is here, which means we will see probably a large presence of those little guys that are called the Mississippi Highway Patrol and the Alabama Troopers. If you're in the area,
That's right.
keep in mind they'll give out little thank yous there for passing through the state if you go a little bit over the speed limit. So watch what you're doing.
That's right.
Hopefully there won't be any lives lost over the holiday weekend. We certainly hope not, and that's what they're there for.
Right.
And an occasional speeding ticket.
Yeah. Make sure you have your license and your insurance up to date.
The only way I think it's safe not to actually speed is to use the old cruise control.
Yeah.
Because you get to talking, and the next thing you know, especially with newer vehicles, that you don't feel like you're going as fast as you are.
I know. Really, you can be going really fast and just like that. And
I was traveling
little
along
ticket.
a few years ago. I had a 98 Silverado. Me and Dylan went to Jackson in it. Of course, it had all the tires. And at 62, it felt like it was running 182.
I know it always feels like we're going faster when I'm in the passenger seat.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what that is about. I mean, but we can be going 50 and I feel like we're going 90.
Are you one of those back seat, side seat drivers? Slow down.
Yeah,
Stop.
I am. I'm like,
Do you see the car up there?
yeah, I know. I am. And Kurt says I wear out a set of brakes because I'm one of those that,
Wait till the last minute.
yeah.
Yeah, I can see that. Oh, yeah, I can see that. And I just absolutely refuse to drive my mother many places because she is one of those that grabs dashes, windows, and anything else to make you feel uncomfortable while you're driving.
Yeah. Well, my mother's the same way. It's different when I'm driving. You know,
I'm
when
sure.
when I'm driving, like if my mother's riding with me, she's like that. She'll scare me to death. You know, do that.
Oh, yeah, that's my mama.
And then it makes my heart just.
I don't think I could ride with
Scares me.
you. I'm really scared of you.
You probably couldn't.
Them brakes. I'm one of those that's going to slow down, but there are those because what happens if the road is slick and then
Well, now I mean,
they don't work?
I'm a little more cautious if it's been raining.
Because brakes
But-
quit. I mean,
Yeah.
whoop, and there you are. It's too late.
Yes.
So there you go. Let's see. I'll be taking my famous recipe for bag of ice to this year's 4th of July cookout. Message me for the recipe. Ring what that is. Bag of ice.
Bag of ice.
Now you got to tell us, Denise. Don't be giving secrets and I don't know what it is.
It's a bag of ice. That's what she's saying.
So what do you put in it?
She's just going to take a bag of ice.
Maybe that's all it is.
Yeah.
Good
I
morning.
think that's it.
And, you know, people do have those special recipes that are out there for the 4th and things that they cook. Boy, barbecue this time of year.
Yeah.
Love it, love it, love it. Don't forget, this is our very last broadcast that we will do here on MeTV. Beginning Monday morning, Perry Mason will return upon your television. You'll see him a lot.
I know
He's
a
gonna
bunch of people are clapping over that.
He's going to be solving some cases.
Yeah.
We'll be moving over to Fox 30. I hope you'll join us. And we got several ways to watch it. From HD channels, you can be there on channel 434 for the HD. Also, channel 10, Comcast. Channel 30 on your regular television. On Dish Network at 031. And then also on DirecTV is channel 30. So look at there. A lot of ways to watch us.
Yeah. I know it was kind of limited. It's been kind of limited. Some people that have direct TV and Dish, I don't think they got them.
It's not offered on that, but you'll be able to do that now. So adjust that, write that down. If you need it, we're going to post it several times this weekend to remind everyone.
Yeah.
So are you ready for the 4th? Y'all cooking? What are you doing?
We're supposed to go to some friend's house. I don't know that I'm cooking. We were asked, I think Kurt asked if we need to bring anything, but I might cook something. I don't know. So,
Maybe so.
yeah, maybe. I don't know. I haven't planned anything. So,
I think everybody just brings potato salad and I can't handle that stuff. I know people love that, but that is probably my most least like thing that can show up. It just smells for days.
I love my mother's potato salad, but yeah, she has a certain little recipe that makes hers really good.
There you go. The Meridian Police Department has arrested somebody, C.J. McClelland. And I inquired about this earlier yesterday morning, and then by the afternoon they gave us the info on this. And this gentleman has turned himself in, is how the arrest went down. As we take a look here, let me fix this so we can actually see it before I hit the button. C.J. walked into the Meridian Police Department and turned himself in. He's been arrested on a murder charge. No bond was given on this. And this was for the murder that happened on Highway 39. You remember that?
Where
the
they
guy was
pulled
shot?
up behind. the car.
Now, we don't know the details of what went on that afternoon or that night when all that shooting took place, but he is accused of it. We'll see what happens. He goes to court on this. An arrest has been made. Serious charge, though. No bond on that. Yesterday afternoon, well, this was a big event for downtown Meridian. Shocked as to how many people on a Thursday afternoon, because normally you think, I got to get home. But boy, y'all came out in droves yesterday afternoon. Is downtown Meridian for the unveiling of this, the dedication.
Yes.
Oh, Jimmie
Looks
was
really
there
good.
singing, had his foot propped up on the guitar.
It looks really good. They did a good
Miss
job.
Carolyn was out showing off her figure yesterday afternoon.
Look, they
doggy.
match. She
They
and
were.
Chris match. Yeah.
And as we see Britt there doing a little bit of singing there as Jimmie Rodgers, and it was good. He done a fantastic job, and the crowd was big. And I talked about this earlier. And as you start to see, for many years, nothing went on in the downtown area whatsoever. And then it's kind of like a revitalization of people start to come back and do so much downtown.
I love that it's starting to ramp back up again. I think it's really good for our city.
Yeah, it is. So there'll be more events. We'll be telling you about all of that that's coming up downtown Meridian. Let's see. We had somebody arrested last night. Imagine that. Something like that happening in our fair city. But yes, it was somebody with indecent exposure that was called into the Meridian Police Department. And here they come. Boogie there, boogie there.
Goodness.
Didn't kind of listen to cops there, and they had to release what they call a taser on him. That got his attention.
Yeah.
He was arrested. Of course, Metro, I think, checked everything out, but when that happens. But he was arrested and got some charges there, indecent exposure and damage to city property.
Keep your clothes on, people. in
Yeah,
public.
if they surround you and tell you to do something, it's usually a good idea to go ahead and just
Right.
say, okay, I think I'll do that today.
Yeah.
Not everybody listens, though.
They don't, for sure.
Yeah, it kind of spooky there.
We got naked people running around.
And this was not naked guy. This was
I know.
another man. I want to clarify that because
Yeah.
somebody asked me that this morning.
Not the same guy but,
Yeah.
or person.
Yeah.
Or
This
even
one actually had shorts on. He just, I don't know the politically correct way
wasn't
to
wearing
word
them
that.
correct.
Yeah.
Wasn't wearing them correctly.
What was that about the barn door?
Yeah.
Yeah, that might have been happening there. Let's see. We are ranked again in another poll, Candace. The great state of Mississippi.
What's this one?
They're telling us that we're very last in our performance in getting during the pandemic, that we just didn't do as well as other states. I thought we'd done all right, but they ranked us very last in the nation.
Goodness. Imagine that. I don't know.
Shame, shame. That comes from Mississippi Today. They ran that story on that, and maybe so. I don't know.
Yeah.
They tried. We've never, and you have to really, every state, you have to give credit on this. Of no one has ever encountered anything like what happened, and it was a rush by every state to figure out what to do. And you have to give a little leniency.
Yeah. I think there was a lot of people trying to figure out what to do, you know, when you're faced with something that you've never been faced with
Yeah.
before. Even healthcare workers trying to figure out how to treat people, and because you can't treat everybody the same because all the symptoms were not the same.
Yeah.
It's just crazy.
And there's another round going around, and I don't have the name. I got it in a text somewhere, and it goes harder after people that have had the shot. It goes after that. It's a little
Really?
bit rougher on you if you've had the shot. That's what the news is. So we'll watch that one and tell you about it.
Yeah,
Talked
that's
to
not
somebody
good.
that went to a funeral, and it was like 20 people got it.
Really?
Boom. Because it's a lot of hugging, you know,
Yeah.
at funerals.
Yeah. It is.
Kind of like prom night. We got a bunch of new laws that are going into effect today, and as July is always the day that it happens. There's speed limit changes and stuff like that. You can legally get medical marijuana in the state now. That is one of the things. And Mississippi did overwhelmingly vote for that. I have never quite understood how the citizens could vote for something and then nothing happened about it. You remember that?
Yeah.
It was kind of just
Yeah.
changed and nothing went down for the longest. And finally, an agreement was made. It was almost like, well, we didn't need to vote, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Just thinking out loud. But that did happen. Also, our teachers. I know that a lot of them are on vacation right now, but they're doing a little jig this morning, dancing, as they
Yes.
say. Bruce Willis done that in that movie. What was it? The Last Boy Scout up there on the lights.
Yes.
But they get a pay raise today.
well-needed pay raise,
Yes.
I might add.
Again, I think we kind of ranked at the bottom nationwide of what teachers made.
Yeah.
And it takes, I'm telling you, to be a teacher, it is a special calling.
Right. It is. Not everybody should be a teacher. Not everybody. You have to have that special.
Yeah, I don't
touch.
drink, and I'm afraid that I might go to drinking if I'd done that.
I don't think I could handle some of the things that they have to put up with, like disrespect, and different
And I
things
would
like that.
imagine-
I just don't.
Thinking out loud, the little ones would be okay, but boy, when they get about 15, 16, you think about that.
You say the little ones would be okay. I've got some friends that are teachers, and some of
Kinda
the
rough.
little ones are kind of rough.
Are they?
They are. But, but we're thankful for our teachers for sure. Thank you for all you do. And like we said the other day, talking about school supplies, I mean, a lot of times they have to fork out money from their own pocket just to make ends meet in their class. So,
Right. Yeah,
so
I've seen that.
we're very thankful for them. We are.
And Denise Burnside, in her comments, I have to give you a thumbs up. That is extremely funny. I'm not going to say it, but it's extremely funny. If you're watching our comments on television,
Oh.
thumbs up to Denise. You are funny today. I like that.
She has seems like she's got a good personality.
Oh, real good sense of humor there.
Yeah.
Jackie Thompson, good morning to you. I hope you're doing well as also. Let's look at a few more of these state laws that are happening now. As we mentioned, the legal, you can get your marijuana. And
let's hope people don't abuse that.
yeah, we
Let's
hope that's done
that,
right.
That actually you medically need that for sure. But
The next thing is the state income tax is going to be gradually reduced to 4%. It wasn't as big as they kept taunting or warning that we'd have no income tax like, say, Tennessee or Texas. But they did cut it. It's not going to make a huge difference. And while that happens, your land taxes go up. Hey, anybody from Lauderdale County, y'all remember, your land taxes will probably go up dramatically come this December and January when you get that little piece of
great.
paper.
That's wonderful.
But we're
Don't
going
you
to get a
think?
new courthouse one day. Who wanted that? Yeehaw. I just love paying more, don't y'all?
They always have to make that difference up somewhere. So
Yeah, and if the state income tax goes away, it makes them on the state level look great.
Yeah.
But trust me, they're going to get it somewhere else. And land taxes is one of the things because you got to live.
right, just like all this free money that everybody's getting for the longest time. Nothing's really free.
No, it is absolutely
It's
not.
not. In the long run, I think we'll all pay for that. Either us or our children.
And with higher taxes, you expect to be protected. You want police and things of that nature. Just something to keep in mind as things go up. Another thing that is happening, and this is good, and I hope it curbs this because we've seen it all in our area way too much, is these catalytic converters
Yeah.
being cut off. And so many times churches, Sanders Gas was hit, and they took it off their work trucks that deliver the fuel. About $8,000 to fix that. But what they're going to require starting today is anyone selling one, you've got to give your driver's license and the vehicle ID, your identification number, off of your vehicle that you cut that off of to sell it at a scrapyard. That ought to curb something having to give ID in that.
Right.
I would think so.
I just wonder though how many people kind of illegally trade it and sell them to other people, and those people
I'm
take.
sure that, but boy, if you're a business and do that, it's a huge fine, and
yeah.
most don't want to risk that unless it's just a shady business all the way around. But I've been in several places where people walked in and they go, nope, not buying it. Go on. Don't want anything you got.
Yeah.
Never know when it's an undercover person.
You don't.
It's I had a friend one time that had a woman hit on him, and his wife put that woman up to see what he would do.
Really?
Yeah, y'all watch that. Girlfriends.
Women are pretty smart that way.
Girlfriends test you, see if you'll look at another woman. So y'all, I'm just telling you that happens during the summertime,
Kinda
especially at beaches.
Well, kind of like when you're drilling your child about stuff, and you're like, I already know what you did, so I'm
Yeah.
just gonna sit here and wait on you to tell me the truth, because it's gonna be worse on you if you don't tell me.
Hold out, kids. Hold out. Don't give in. That's a bad feeling when your mama sits you down and does you that way.
Yeah.
Woo! But that's a few of the things that went on last night around the area.
Yes.
We've got more on the way with Scotty Ray and Candace as this early Friday begins. First day of July. Y'all don't rush off. We'll be right back. Greg's Fireworks in the Clarkdale community is celebrating 26 years in the business. Open daily through July 5th with the lowest prices and the largest selection around. Did I mention that it's air conditioned? From 500-gram cakes to sparkles for kids, gender reveals, and wedding sparklers. For the lowest prices, new fireworks, and a large selection, you gotta go to Greg's. 145 South in the Clarkdale community. Family owned and operated, and don't forget to say hello to Bo Cephas. The Piggly Wiggly of Collinsville is passing along these great savings this week. Fresh corn, a 3-pack, $1.79. Idaho potatoes, a 8-pound bag, only $3.99. A1 steak sauce, 10-ounce bottles, 2 for $8. Also, Heinz 57 steak sauce, 10-ounce bottle, 2 for $8. Twin pack Boston butts, $1.69 a pound. And certified Angus beef T-bone steaks, $9.99 a pound.
And we're down home, down the street, Piggly Wiggly.
First 10 days following an accident are crucial. Insurance companies don't wait. They have a staff of adjusters, attorneys, and investigators collecting information that can be used against you.
Call Richard Schwartz today.
You brought this up. So do you think Johnny Depp is going to give in on this $300 million that they have offered him?
I think eventually, yes. I think he will.
Now, if they offer $300 out of the gate, don't you think that there's some negotiation room going on here?
I don't know. I mean, I think he'll take it because, I mean, like you said the other day, you know the movie's going to make millions too.
Oh, yeah.
Probably. So,
yes.
I think I'd be like, okay.
Look, if anybody's
I
ever
don't
been...
know. I'm sure he's got a lot of money anyway, but I feel like he'll give in and take it. I mean, I think maybe he's probably holding out just to save face right now, you know, with everything. But
$300 million. Now, you got to remember now, Johnny's kind of broke. He supported that Amber and all of her friends that showed up and lived in all his houses. And he bought all their meals and everything.
yeah.
You want to talk about being used? That poor boy got used on that. And I'm not sure everybody paid enough attention to the trial to catch that.
Yeah.
But when she married him, she moved like 5 or 6 of her friends and other houses that he had, rent free.
I think they're both very odd people, though. I mean, he's not exactly, you know,
Them Johnny Depp people gonna come get
the
you.
normal. person.
There's
Yeah.
people that look. You better be careful. It's
I don't care.
It's like saying.
I'm just stating a fact
Look,
of what I'm
look,
saying.
let me warn you. Never, ever state that Carrie Underwood is hotter than Reba because people get mad and they will take retaliation against you. For your own health, I'm telling you. People love him some Johnny.
Well, I like Johnny Depp as an actor, but he is an odd bird. I'm sorry. He's odd. He's odd.
Oh, boy.
Different. Both of them together were kind of toxic, you know.
It didn't mix well
No,
at all.
It did not. It was like oil and water. No, did
Yeah,
not mix.
yeah, you're right. This disturbs me. I saw this and I thought I would share this with you this morning as I look around at stories that happen across our nation. A California school board, and this almost makes my blood boil as we look at this. They've called for a boycott of the 4th of July because there is no reason to celebrate it. These are people within our border running our country down, and supposedly leaders of a community.
Yeah.
That shakes me to no end. I just don't like that.
Yeah,
Maybe you agree, maybe you don't, but
No, I agree. I mean, I just think there's people that don't respect our country, and to me, if you don't respect our country, you can have the option to leave at any time.
what was it Merle said? If you're running down our country, friend, you're walking on the fighting side of me.
Yeah.
Merle sang it. Hey, let's talk about a few of these events that are coming up on Monday. We're gearing up for it. And as always, it's fun to load up the car as many as you can get in there and go to the 4th of July show. And we'll have that at Bonita Lakes.
It is. It's going to be Monday, obviously, 4th of July. Bonita Lakes opens at 3:30 p.m. There's going to be food vendors there, and all that'll open at 4.
Now, not all of them are on the 4th. As a matter of fact, we'll bring up a couple more here that are going on. Archusa.
They're having their Independence Day celebration, and the entrance fee is going to be $10 per car, and they want everybody to bring your blankets and chairs and enjoy the show.
I'm not so sure about that blanket thing because it could be hot, but if that's your thing and you want to sit all bundled up.
But that was for Saturday.
Right.
July
this is
the
also.
2nd. Yeah, and this one is at Turkey Creek Park. It's the Independence Day celebration also. Fireworks at 9 p.m., and it's also $10 per car.
Now, we got one more that I wanted to mention because Philadelphia y'all are also going to do one for the fireworks show out at Pearl River Resort. It's going to be also, when is it?
It's going to be July the 4th. The gates open at 3:30.
Nope.
No?
Right here.
Oh, well.
9 p.m.
Excuse me. I'm at the wrong thing. Yeah, it's July the 4th, and it's beginning at 9 p.m. So don't show up at 3:30 because you will be way, way, way too early for it.
They do this. They do this
9
every year.
p.m. Yeah.
Always
Sorry.
a big show there at Pearl River. So if
Yeah.
you're going to be in Philadelphia, you can go out and watch that also.
Yeah. That's what you get, Scotty Ray, for putting me in charge of reading the screen.
I highlighted it. I thought that would make it stick out where I was on the
Well,
piece
you
of paper.
highlighted the 4th of July. I was looking at above it.
All
I'm
right.
sorry.
But y'all check it out. That's going to be fun, some of the things that are going on.
Yeah.
Now, this is another thing. This is big, and we need all the folks in the area to pay attention because it's not often, number one, that we win state championships and or actually national champions. But this is going on this afternoon. The procession is going to begin around 4:30. A police escort all the way to Newton County Academy.
All right.
Autographs are going to be signed as Kemp heads back. And again, national champions there from Ole Miss. That's a big deal.
Yes, and they're going to be signing. He's going to be signing autographs from 5 to 7 at
Yeah.
Newton County Academy.
Ole Miss. Aren't we proud of them?
Yes,
And it
we
was
are.
just, a year ago that State also was the national champions. So Mississippi has done well two years in a row.
That's right.
Southern Miss, what are y'all going to do? I'm waiting. I'm not sure if their baseball teams are.
I don't know.
I hadn't kept up with Southern on baseball, but I'm sure there's a lot of sports fans that could tell me a whole lot more about Southern and what they do. That's a snapshot of a few of the things that are going on, and look forward to that. Let's see here. This weekend, and thank heavens we don't have to go get on an airplane anywhere. But I do think you're going to have some issues at airports. As we look at this, flights are going to be canceled. Expect delays when you arrive, and they give you those little cheap motels to stay in when you miss your flight. Let me warn you of that. Sometimes it's better to spend your own money and feel safe where you are.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
no lie.
I would.
Have you ever had to go to a hotel that the airports give you for compensation if they miss your flight? If
I
your
have
flight?
not, but
Yeah.
I don't fly that often. So, I mean, I hadn't flown in years, as a matter of fact.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
telling you, it's in neighborhoods that you go, ooh. At least the one I got in Dallas, Texas was. Thank you, Delta. I do appreciate that. I'll just walk on over to Holiday Inn and feel a little bit safer tonight.
Right. Yeah.
That was rough there.
I wonder if the cruise ships have that, like, any kind of delays and stuff happening with
No,
them.
but they do have fights that last for an hour and a half.
That's what I was just going to bring up. I did hear that. And, I've never been on a cruise, but that would be my luck. I get on a cruise and a big brawl breaks out.
This, seriously, y'all, and this was what they're calling a love triangle. It was 3 people involved that we're not really sure what they'd done, but they got a little jealous after whatever went on.
Yeah.
And they commenced to fighting. And it spread over like 5 floors and just kept going.
Like a mob fight.
Uh,
like you have the flash mobs dancing. Well, it was a big old fight.
Yeah.
Everybody just kind of joined in,
So that actually did go on.
On a Carnival cruise. That's what they said. Yeah, that would be awful. Be stuck on a cruise ship.
Nowhere to
You didn't
go.
want to be involved in the fight. And I just wonder, was there several people just sitting over with a drink, just kind of like watching everything?
Well,
You think we need to do something?
I've got the video here somewhere. And I can't get to it that quick and find it, but it was bad. It was pretty rough there what they were doing there.
Yeah.
Now, as I go to you always got to have that one friend that is a conspiracy theorist. This is my friend over here. And I joke about
I
this.
am. I
but
guess I am.
No, you brought this up, and I mentioned it briefly about Bill Gates and this land grabbing that he's doing.
Yeah.
And you've done a little research on it, haven't you, about
Well,
what he's up to?
I just have in the past. This has been 2 years ago, maybe, that I heard that he was involved in buying up a lot of farmland, and then I had heard that China also had bought up a lot of land. And there was a guy who did a video about it, and he just said, "Doesn't that seem suspicious? Doesn't that seem odd?" So I just try to listen at just different things, and at some point, everything kind of circles around and comes back together.
Yeah.
So.
But the comments I was getting this morning was all this, as you mentioned, it has to do with food and
Yeah.
like, byproduct food. That
Yes.
bothers me.
Are you talking about stuff like
That they're
crops?
testing. Yes.
Okay, yeah.
That they're testing out there. And a lot of your food now, the seeds that you go buy, they don't come back the next year. You have to really pay attention and freeze those.
My mother she's an expert about stuff like that because I think a couple of years ago, it was something to do with one of the vegetables. And she was like, they do not grow like they used to. They don't get as big as they used to. I mean,
all that's tested in labs.
They're messing with all the
She's right.
stuff. Yeah.
She is right.
She was right. I mean, she said it a year or two ago. So
all right, they're coming out of the woodwork, so to speak. Andy Armstrong tells us that Southern was number 4 in the nation, and they also won over 40 games this year. That is great. I didn't realize that. I just hadn't kept up with them. Another June says that Southern did good, just didn't make it to the end. Hail State. Good line. I like that. Hawaii, and it says Becky, she was put up in a hotel in Hawaii, and it was really nice. I have never been to Hawaii. I always would love to go.
yeah, I've always said I'd like to
I'm
go.
assuming that it's as nice as you see on television, everything over there.
Probably
Unless
so.
you make
I mean,
Dog the Bounty Hunter mad, and then it's not really good for you.
yeah. I just don't. I hear of a lot of people like going down to Mexico and stuff. Still, I'd be
I'm not
kinda
going
concerned about.
No.
I'd be concerned about certain areas to go to, but I don't know.
As Denise says,
I think I'm gonna stay right at. I'm gonna stay local.
she'd go into Quitman on her vacation.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going out of the country anytime soon, if ever. So I just don't feel comfortable doing that.
Nothing quite like the good old USA. It's good. Denise says they are genetically altering our food. That does happen a lot there.
And why? I don't understand why you want to mess with a good thing.
Good question.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it, or don't try to fix it.
Send that telegram to 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue,
Yeah, I know.
because I think they done broke it.
But it really just blows my mind how they talk about how the border issues were so much worse before Biden took office than they are now. It was a broken system. I'm like, you couldn't have broke it anymore unless you had a sledgehammer.
But it's like a kid sometimes. If you tell a story long enough, you start believing it. Do you know what I mean by that? And it's like the what they put on television, and they'll pick a topic, and it's almost like all 3 major networks on those news when they send out like a text to each other. Okay, here's the agenda tonight. This is the way we're going to word it or phrase it.
Yeah. Just remember, actions speak a lot louder than words. That's an old phrase, I know, but it's the truth.
It is.
So,
I saw a report, and I don't know her name, the young lady that took over as the press secretary. They were giving, I think she's like they're giving her a C on her job so far.
Oh.
They didn't rate it high.
Oh, okay.
And there is absolutely no way I would want that job. Can y'all imagine that?
I think, what was her name? Kaylee McEnany?
She was pretty tough.
She was the best one, yeah.
That girl had a notebook and knew how to use it.
I mean, you couldn't stump her on any question. If they asked her a question, too, she answered it. She didn't, like, dance around it and not answer it and go on to the next question. Kind of sweep it.
I come this close because it was so funny that I wanted to share it, and then I stepped away from it and thought, I don't need to get political. But have you seen on Twitter the picture floating around of the actual footage inside of the Beast on January 6th?
No.
Somebody made a, what do you call it, when they do a funny with Donald Trump sitting in the back seat trying to reach the steering wheel. It was funny.
Oh, yeah.
He was fighting all of the... And one of the guys this morning goes, look, even if Donald wanted to have done that, he's too large of a man to make it from where he is to reach the steering wheel. He said the man couldn't fit. There's a lot of made-up stuff of what went on that. It's a narrative. But that was funny. I don't care who you are. It was funny of him fighting with the security in the back seat trying to reach the steering wheel.
Yeah.
Look that
I had
up.
to look that up, yeah.
Scotty Ray and Candace, as we start your Friday morning, it is July the 1st, halfway through the year. Yes. Coming up, we'll get into what happened on this date. We got some interesting things that went on. Don't rush off. Bring in the 4th of July with a big bang from the Red Fireworks Barn on Highway 19 South. East Mississippi and West Alabama's largest fireworks retailer. The Red Fireworks Barn is fully stocked and open for your 4th of July needs, including hundreds of new arrivals. From small to family packs, the Red Fireworks Barn offers the largest selection again with the best prices around. Home with a no-dud guarantee. Remember the name, the Red Fireworks Barn, for your 4th of July celebration, Highway 19 South in Meridian. See Charlie today. If you're getting ready to purchase land, make sure you have it surveyed. Contact our friends at the Woodlands Group. Maybe you're selling land, dividing land up. Whatever the case is, the Woodlands Group can help you there. They handle residential and commercial clients. And again, they specialize in property line location, site plans, and a whole lot more. Maybe you have a construction project, and they have the latest equipment to make sure it's done right, including drones. Call Justin Palmer or Brandon Briggs at the Woodlands Group, Surveying Solutions. Spring is here, and it's time to quit spending all of your weekend cutting grass when you could step up to a Skag zero-turn mower. Freeman Tractor in Collinsville has the #1 rated zero-turn mower, Skag, with cutting widths from 36 inches to 72 inches. Skag, the #1 choice of professional landscapers because they know nothing outcuts or outlasts a Skag. 0% financing for 48 months with payments starting as low as $129 a month. Stop by Freeman Tractor on Highway 494 and see coleslaw or buttermilk. And welcome back with Scotty Ray and Candace. Sorry, 8:31 as we begin your morning. Each day we take a quick look back of what went on. And this next guy, it would have to be Johnny Depp money before I would even consider taking a role as somebody in the Army wearing a dress. I just couldn't do it. Do y'all remember Jamie Farr?
Yeah.
Klinger, who always wore the dress, trying to come up with a way to get out and be shipped back home.
Yes.
I don't guess that ever worked for that character, did it?
He'd probably fit right in today. I don't know.
He probably would. But his gimmicks never worked back in the day. Yeah. Still, if I am not mistaken, that is still the most watched ending of a television show ever in television history, the last episode of that. Anybody remember the TV show What's Happening?
I do.
Y'all remember this? The young lady that was the star of that, Shirley Ann Hemphill, was born in 1947. And I just remember this guy's name. His name was Raj. That was Rerun, wasn't it? Yeah, Rerun. So. And I don't remember the names of the other two characters, but that was a funny show.
It was funny.
I was itty bitty fella there when it was on, but do remember all of that back in the day there. Let's see. Happy birthday to Elena Thrasher. Glad you sent that in. One of my heroes. This guy was in Meridian at one time, and hopefully you got a chance to head out when Ken Rainey put the tickets on sale at John Wesley Hardin years ago, because you were one of few that got to see him. Keith Whitley was born on this date back in 1954. Absolutely one of the best singers that there ever was. Alcohol poisoning would get him in the end.
Goodness.
Bad deal there. But talent beyond and above and beyond, that guy was good. Miami, Miami. Ooh, that was a good song. And of course, a lot of folks, I guess, would your favorite Keith Whitley song. Everybody's got one. I never go around mirrors. When I went to Nashville for the first time, I got to meet his manager and went to his office, and he had a recording of Keith doing that song, and it was before it was ever digitalized. And he goes, "This was done on the bus." It was the only recording they had of it at the time. And they took it and made something out of it. Boy, that was just interesting to watch. I'm no stranger to the rain, one of the most favorites that people like of his.
That was a good song.
Did you watch Ferris Bueller's Day Off?
I did.
This guy, I would never know his name for anything, but his face, I think everyone will recognize. Alan Ruck, his sidekick there, that his daddy owned the.
It was a
Porsche?
Was it a Porsche?
Maybe.
I think it was a Porsche.
And he just kept right on kicking that car until something happened, didn't he?
It was either a Porsche or a Corvette. What was it? I can't remember. But I just remember, he put that thing up on blocks trying to run, because they took it out for a joyride all day long.
Yeah.
All these miles on it. And his dad had it in a shop where he kept it spotless.
Yeah.
Then they put it up on the blocks and tried to run it back, run the miles back.
Wasn't it the valet guy that drove all the miles up, a lot of it, drove around town everywhere?
Yeah, I guess.
And stuff like that does happen.
Yeah, then he kicked it and it flew out the back window of the garage.
That didn't go over well.
Yeah, that was funny maybe though.
Carol Seipel says her favorite Keith Whitley was Tell Lori I Love Her. It's a good song. Well, I really like that. I don't think anyone can remember John Wesley Hardin, Robin says. It was right in Meridian, right before you get to, on the left side of the road before the four-way stop is where John Wesley Hardin's was.
Okay.
A lot of country singers went through there on their way through other towns. But I remember it. Let's see here. 1952. Who doesn't know this guy? Dan Aykroyd.
I would have thought he was born before 52, but
Ghostbusters.
he was funny though.
He's been in a lot of shows. All right. This lady was what you would call, is the word graceful, a lady. Is
Classy.
That is a perfect word for this. Who knows this lady here?
Yes. Diana Spencer, Princess Diana.
She went down as a legend forever there. So many people liked her.
Yes.
Sandy White, how are you doing? I see you over there typing out. Anybody ever been to Wolverton Mountain? It was number one on this date as Claude King would do this. And it's a great song. If you've never listened to it before, check it out. They say don't go.
Yeah. On Wolverton Mountain.
All right, 1967. I think we'll just pause the screen for just a moment, just to let this moment sink in of who's having a birthday there. Oh, Pam. She was born in 1967 on this date. Pam, did she really ever do anything other than Baywatch?
54, 55. I don't think so. I don't remember seeing her unless she did like a little cameo appearance or something.
It was kind of like, what was that little song, the itty bitty teensy weensy spider, but it was the bikini that was itty bitty teensy weensy.
Yeah.
Bless her.
She is pretty. She's a pretty lady.
Anybody like Neil Diamond? It was this day, 1972, and you can't help but sing along when you hear it. Song, Song, Blue, Blue was number one. You know, and Neil Diamond was the number one grossing entertainer for years and years out there. And I used to go, do what? But he was. People love him. Sweet Caroline and a whole lot more. Now, this thing went viral. I didn't. Did you own one? I didn't.
I didn't.
I don't guess we could afford it back in the day.
Yeah.
But 1979, this was introduced, the Sony Walkman. It started out for the first 6 months, didn't sell anything. And then it hit the streets of Japan, and it was, whoof, everybody had to have one. It was the first time that you could tote music around small and listen.
Put your cassette tape in it.
Yeah. Wasn't that also on Guardians of the Galaxy? Isn't that what he had on there listening to music?
I'm not sure about that, but yeah. I didn't have a Walkman, though.
Me either.
I was only like 5, though.
I feel deprived now.
Yeah.
Well, like I want to go get one.
I wouldn't have been old enough to have a Walkman, I don't think.
Barbara Smith says she liked Neil Diamond. Sandy's all about some Sweet Caroline.
That is a good song, though. I mean, it's a popular song.
Yeah.
When they play that song, everybody just goes crazy.
A lot of people like Cracklin' Rose, Coming to America. That was, and I always think of Eddie Murphy for some reason, even though that song has nothing to do with that movie.
Yeah.
Just can't help it. 1979, this would be number one again. The first time you saw this song, it would be number one in 1974. Don Williams would do it. But Waylon, being the outlaw he is, he would have to do his own version, and it would go number one on this date with Amanda. Anybody remember that? Whew, I like that. I'm over 30 and still wearing jeans. Strong stuff there. We would lose one of my childhood heroes on this date because I'm telling you, as a kid, I had to gather around the TV and I had to wear my cap guns to watch it. Little Joe passed away on this date back in 1991. And that is really the three roles that he played as he moved along that everybody remembers.
Yeah.
As he moved on to Charles, and then he would move on to Highway to Heaven. He done a lot of great things, and I really like Michael Landon.
And now his daughter is in Yellowstone.
And she cusses a lot.
She does. She's got a little bad mouth.
And she dips snuff.
Got some pink hair.
She's a little different. But an actress, you have to say, she plays that part. She convinced me that she is what she's portrayed.
Yeah.
She's done a good job of that. 1995, and I think you'll remember this. What was the movie American Graffiti? He was one of the early guys in radio that people all wanted to be. And we're talking Wolfman Jack. Passed away on this date back in 1995. You know Wolfman?
I know of him. I've seen him in different things.
He would howl. I've never done that on the radio. This guy I absolutely loved. He always played a great part. It just seemed like somebody you'd want to sit down and have a Coke with and talk with. Anybody remember Walter Matthau?
I cannot believe it's been 22 years since he passed.
I know.
Gosh, I didn't know it had been that long.
22
But he's a
years.
funny guy. Just the grumpy old man movies. And what was the little...
Grumpy or...
Huh? No, Dennis the Menace.
Oh, yeah.
He played a
that.
good role in that. He's really funny.
That scene where he took the fish and threw it in his Jack Lemon's truck so it would stink later was good.
Yeah.
A little
When he got
payback.
married.
Yeah.
Or something. Yeah.
Marlon Brando. Anybody remember this guy? He also has a lot of deaths on July the 1st. He passed away on this date back in 2004. Marlon Brando, a big actor there. 2005, this would be the last time it was made. Back in the day, in the 50s especially, this was a famous car. And they brought back that convertible for a little while. The last one would roll off the assembly line today, back in 2005, and the Thunderbird was no more.
Yes.
Every now and then, you'll still see one of those floating around. Saw one in Meridian not long ago. Another person that passed away, this guy is a link to the past. He happened to be a very young teenage person that was offered some money to drive someone to Canton, Ohio. Little did he know, a few hours into this trip, he would go down in history and be the last person to see this man alive. Charles Carr passed away. He was the driver of Hank Williams, where Hank passed away on January 1st, 1953. Charles passed away on this date. He was that last connection, the last person that knew what those last few hours of what Hank was like.
Goodness.
History. Anybody remember this guy? He was on the news forever. Hugh Downs. Y'all remember him?
Yes. I didn't even know he'd passed away.
Yeah, it's been 22 years ago, too.
No, it was 2 years.
Oh, yeah, 2 years. I was looking at it.
But I didn't know I
2020.
didn't know he passed away.
Yeah. Some of these will catch you off guard. You just don't hear the names. And but
Goodness. Yeah, but I remember watching him for years.
yeah. So that's a few of the things that happened on this date. Maybe it brought back a smile to you and you remember a thing or two.
Yeah.
More coming up with Scotty Ray and Candace as we start this day for you. Friday. Aren't y'all glad?
Yes.
H&H Residential of Meridian is your #1 carpet and flooring store. If you've been thinking of a new look for your home or office, call for a free estimate or consultation. H&H can install or you can do it yourself. H&H has all of your design needs from color, style, and texture. If you can dream it, H&H can make it a reality. Come see the large selection of hardwood flooring, laminate, vinyl, and even carpet. H&H Residential of Meridian, open Monday through Friday, 9 to 4, 321 Hawkins Crossing Road. Call Rosemary anytime, 601-462-9541.
It's just as important for a family to have their yard mowed before a birthday party as it is for someone to get hay out of the field before rain comes. They're both that important to us.
Dealing with Parish is not just a product, it's the people that are there to help you. They're kind of like family, and it's just kind of like having another partner out here on my land.
Well, when you think of the working man, you'll think of the Lauderdale County Farm Supply. Maybe you need some plants or anything of that nature. They're there for you. Been there since 1932. They opened up this morning at 7:30. They got T-shirts for the 4th if you're looking. If you're going to go fishing this weekend, don't have everything, drop in and get a lure. Maybe you need a rod. Something's missing. Take the grandkids fishing.
Yes.
Big selection there. Worms and all. Of course, anything that deals with outside, getting it ready for the 4th. If you need some last-minute patio furniture, they got that also. Include all these plants to spruce up the place. Give it a little bit of touch of life looking around the back porch.
Yes.
Also, as we've traveled through this, T-shirts and cool shirts to wear along with ball caps if you need a new one, and comfortable shoes to work in, boots. Working man's boots there. Of course, if you need mud boots, it hadn't rained in forever, but they got them for when the occasion happens. You'll find it and much more at the Lauderdale County Farm Supply. Seed feed, it's all there for you with guns and ammo. Lauderdale County Farm Supply, exit 151 off the interstate is the place to head to.
Yes.
Lily Hampton, good morning there. Glad to see you there.
Yes. Winnie Bartley, good morning.
Winnie says, will you be on at 5:30? I'm not quite sure. I'm on every day at 6:30. I'll still do the 6:30 and then, and then we'll do the 8 o'clock show. It's moving networks if you're just tuning in on that.
Yes.
And Candace, you mentioned something about somebody said a suspicious car in the neighborhood.
Right. In this day and time, everybody has to kind of look out for each other. And I saw on I get alerts on Community Watch and stuff, and I saw the Collinsville Community Watch up in the Martin area. There had been a gray, it was said Crown Victoria type looking car, maybe missing a hubcap, a little damage to the left front, dark tinted windows. And it was seen yesterday morning sitting in someone's driveway across from someone's house. The person that they were sitting in the driveway, I don't think was home. So It was just kind of a suspicious, made some people uneasy, and they said that it had been going up and down the roads for several days now. So just kind of be on the lookout. If you see something that doesn't look quite right, you might want to, if you have a community watch group, text each other or alert, law enforcement if you feel unsafe and you want something checked out. But just kind of be aware of that. But that was on the Bird Dorner Road area.
Right.
I think that's
Are
what
y'all sure that this wasn't Billy Solly in his unmarked car having lunch?
No, this was not. It was not.
But always pay attention if you see something that
Right.
doesn't quite look right.
Yeah, because, that gut feeling sometimes you could be right. If it could be something.
Don't go chunking bricks at somebody.
Right. And with all the break-ins and stuff that people have been having in the Collinsville area, people are just on high alert anyway. So if you see something suspicious, call somebody, post it on the community watch. Nobody's like blaming anybody for anything. Just be on the lookout. Be aware.
Barbara Smith asked us what channel we would be on Dish. It would be on 031 is the channel we'll be on Dish. On DirecTV, it's channel 30. On your regular channel, it's channel 30. And then also, when it comes to Comcast, it's channel 10. And if you want to see us in HD, which could be scary, it would be channel 434.
See all our wrinkles and stuff on
yeah, and we're getting a new camera, too, that will show more wrinkles. I forgot to tell you about that.
That's a great thing.
Dylan Ray's got it coming. So be ready for that. I don't know if we'll have it by the opening day, but we'll get some more cameras in here. Got to add a few more there. We got special guests that will be with us on Monday. I hope you'll join us for our first show on that. I don't know much about this group, but we get word that the guy that started the Hells Angels has passed away. He even held a gun on Keith Richards one time and told him to sing. The guy that started the Hells Angels, his name is Sonny Barger, has died at the age of 83. I'm glad to say I never met him.
Yes.
I don't know much about the group, but they seem to be kind of rough. I'll leave it at that. But he passed away there. You were right. Yesterday, as we talked about the gun ownership of information slipping out in California that has personal information.
Yes.
I'm hearing that the National Rifle Association may file a lawsuit over all of that.
They should.
That's coming there. Taylor Swift has gotten secretly engaged. And what we're all hoping is another great song will come out of this relationship. Maybe she'll redo Divorce. We'll see if she actually gets married this time.
Yeah.
Each time, and I jokingly say that, but each time she gets a new boyfriend and they break up, another song comes out of it.
Yeah.
Where she jumps on him on the radio. It's
She
painful.
and Miley Cyrus. She's got the Wrecking Ball song.
Is that what that was about?
I think it was about,
Yeah, I
think
never
it was
listened to
about a
it.
bad breakup.
Really? I
Yeah.
just saw the outfit she was wearing and I thought, I don't want to listen to that.
Yeah, that was a bad choice right there. The Wrecking Ball outfit.
Yeah, but that's Miley for you. She does whatever she can to.
Yeah.
And you're right. Stephanie passed along prayers for the Bibb County deputy. His family there passed away yesterday. Thank you for reminding us of that. Thank you so much.
Yes.
Horrible thing that happened. Now, here's another tragedy that happened in the last 24 hours. There was a high school football player. He was 17 years old. Was in a wreck. In the wreck, it killed his best friend who was 16 and injured an 18-year-old girl. He would run from the wreck and later commit suicide for what happened. That's just awful there. No one is a winner in that. That happened in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. And you just don't know what to say in these situations. I don't even know how to address it other than it's just bad, sorrowful.
Yeah.
And I'll leave it at that. You a big Bret Michaels fan?
I used to listen to Poison.
I almost want to say, and Billy, if you're watching, correct me. I want to say Billy Solly had tickets to this and he couldn't go and sold tickets at the last moment. But the Poison show that was scheduled for Nashville has been postponed because Bret Michaels is hospitalized.
Goodness.
He took some medication and it went south.
Had a reaction to the medication he was taking. Goodness.
Yeah. A lot of people liked Poison. What was their biggest one? I'm going to put you on the spot. You know that music better than me.
I don't even know. I don't know, but I used to listen to it.
They did have the song Something to Believe In, I think, if I am not mistaken. That was a pretty good song.
Did they sing Pour Some Sugar on Me song?
I've heard that song.
Was that Poison, I think? Was it?
I think so.
Yeah. But yeah, I liked that kind of music back in the day. I hadn't listened to it in years.
There is absolutely there's nothing wrong with being a Christian and believing in what you do, but you can't force others to believe in what you do. And a lawsuit has been filed as two atheists say that they were forced to work for a company that required them to go to prayer meeting. They're suing the company. You can't do that if that actually happened. That's the headline. We'll follow this to see what actually comes out of it.
Yeah.
It's your choice to take part either way there. We see all this subway stuff, and I've never been to New York. I don't know what a subway is, but I assume it's kind of like these airport terminals that you get on them, and if you're not on it within seconds, you don't get your ride, and you're kind of stuck there. What we're seeing across America are flash mobs, and if you don't know what a flash mob is, you mentioned one a moment ago. It's where a group of people swarm in.
Yeah.
They robbed a guy, took all his jewelry, his money, and whipped him down. There's no way that one man can take on 5, 6, 7 people.
Right.
And they have caught on to this. Robberies, you're seeing this where they run in stores in groups of 10, 20.
Even in the cases and jewelry stores. Yeah.
Saw one where it was nearly 100 went into a big department store and hit it all at one time.
Oh, gosh.
I think we're going to see more of this nationwide as these crimes get out of hand.
I've been corrected.
What did you do wrong?
It was not Poison that sung Pour Some Sugar on Me. It was Def Leppard.
Yeah, I don't know Def Leppard.
Yeah.
Honestly, I've heard that name one time.
I know the song, but, I just remember Bret Michaels. Everybody thought he was the best looking thing years ago. So.
He's been on a lot of those reality shows, hasn't he? I think so.
Yeah, maybe so.
I know my brother.
I try
made
not
him
to
one time.
watch the reality. I did used to watch the Housewives shows, and but I just try to gear away from that. I don't need the drama. It's too much drama.
Is that the Pour Some Sugar on Me? Is that the girl that was crawling on the hood of the car, doing her hair back and all that?
Probably.
Was that video?
Probably.
You know, where they made fun of it in Talladega Nights?
Yeah. I don't know what it is about women in bathing suits being on the hoods of cars, but yeah, I think that was pretty much one of the go-to things
You
in the
mean to tell
days
you
of
the
videos.
secret to that?
Yeah.
Men like it.
Oh, great.
Just thought you
Women
might want to
don't.
know.
Women don't. Don't get on my hood.
Well, why are they crawling on the hood?
Unless you want to take off on a ride.
Oh, have mercy. But
anyway.
Men like that. Biden says get ready. Americans are going to pay high gas prices for a long, long time ahead. Yeah. That's probably not helping your popularity there by saying that, Biden. Joe, think about what you say.
I wonder if they're going to spike back up for July 4th.
Denise, what do you not know about music? She's right. White Snake done the video of the girl on the hood.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what the song was, but they're right. That went down. That ought to be in the Smithsonian, the hood now, because everybody knows about it.
Yeah.
This girl doesn't like hoods. It was funny. Scotty Ray and Candace, good morning to you. We do hope your day is treating you so good.
Yes, we do.
More on the way. Bring in the 4th of July with a big bang from the Red Fireworks Barn on Highway 19 South. East Mississippi and West Alabama's largest fireworks retailer. The Red Fireworks Barn is fully stocked and open for your 4th of July needs, including hundreds of new arrivals. From small to family packs, the Red Fireworks Barn offers the largest selection again with the best prices around. Home with a no-dud guarantee. Remember the name, the Red Fireworks Barn, for your 4th of July celebration, Highway 19 South in Meridian. See Charlie today.
At the Back Porch, we're bringing families back together for fun, food, and all the things you love to enjoy around your home. Every event starts with a great grill, great cookware, and accessories. Add in some locally sourced meat and dairy, along with frozen vegetables and casseroles, and over 500 brands of spices and sauces. Relax in our chairs, swings, day beds, and have fun with our cornhole boards. From coolers to trailers, we have everything you need. When you see the big chair, you've made it to the Back Porch.
I'm Richard Schwartz. If you've been in an auto accident, don't hesitate to call for legal help. Remember, the first 10 days following an accident are crucial. I am Richard Schwartz, and I'm here to help you.
Call Richard Schwartz today.
They're getting ready today. Godwin Cleaning Services at someone's house right now, making it look better. That's what they do every day, whether it's a hospital, getting it back to looking brand new again. Well, that does look good. It's soft washing, low pressure, so it's not going to damage anything. Whether you've got the vinyl siding, boy, that looks dramatically different. The home looks good again. As you look at roofs, a big change here as you look at this. It actually brings your color back.
Yeah, it looks brand new.
It does.
I
Here we
never
go.
known the roof was red.
Yeah. Driveways. Who wants that black look? They can set you up a schedule to where you can be on a quarterly, however you want to do this, once, twice, 3 times a year, however often, they'll work with a schedule to get you on it to keep things clean around your house where you don't have to worry about it. See them there. From back porches all the way to these steps and get slick during rain. Get it taken care of. Goblin Cleaning Services does a great job. Fantastic. Give them a call. They'll give you a quote. It doesn't cost anything to have them come out and talk to you there. From billboards to scoreboards, they'll do all of that. It's Godwin Cleaning Services. When you get ready to have something clean and timely, as we get ready for the 4th, they could squeeze you in today.
Yeah.
Talk to them. Godwin Cleaning Services at number 253-8262. So are you cooking early, or what are you doing here now?
I don't know. I don't even know. I haven't even planned to cook.
Girl.
So I hadn't. We're going to get fireworks, though, at some point, I hope.
Well, I'm just warning you you're a newlywed. I would really, really think about that meal there. Keep that man happy.
I hope he's happy. I don't know. Yeah.
Oh.
We've just gotten to where we don't cook a ton. I mean,
You're on.
We're trying to watch what we're eating.
Boy, that's no fun. I talked to somebody yesterday that told me they were just downright miserable because they were put on a diet by the doctor.
I've done pretty good. I have not weighed or anything because, it's not really the weight.
We can bring in scales each morning and do it live here if you want to.
I don't care. I'm not stuck. I'm not one of those that's just stuck on, I got to lose this many pounds. I just wanted to fit in my clothes again and be able to breathe. So.
They ain't nothing worse than having 3 people help you snap your blue jeans, is it?
To lay down, to button them, yeah. Zip them up, yeah.
And Lord help anybody if that button breaks.
Yeah.
It's happened there.
But we have been eating better, I think, though, hadn't it? And really, that's really better for you. So nobody wants to hear all that, though.
Well, I was listening there about these diets and things there.
So the other day, I really did want a big hamburger, though. I really was like, I just don't care today. I'm just going to get me a big juicy hamburger.
Get it all sloppy, get it all over you.
Yeah.
The mayor of New York is calling Mayor Giuliani, you all remember him, the slap. He's comparing that to Central Park Karen for blowing something out of proportion. After watching the video, you have to say it really wasn't what they claimed it was. So
I thought it was an all-on haul off, and I thought he may have got hit in the face or something when I heard it the first time. But it was kind of like just a pat on the back.
It was. Yeah, just so we're keeping you up on all that. Let's see other things that are happening across America. Let's see, they're warning that Meghan Markle may want to run for president of the United States. I don't think that would work in her behalf, but that's just
save what money she has.
And she's got a bunch of it there.
Yeah, she better put it back.
Yeah. The FCC commissioner calls on Google and Apple to ban TikTok because it gets in your phone and takes all your information. Again, remember, this is not an American-based company.
I heard a lot about this yesterday. It was like they are spying on a lot of different things. A friend of mine made fun of me because I didn't download the TikTok app. She's like, I know, you think it's owned by China. I'm like, it is.
It is owned by China.
It is. And supposedly they were getting a lot of people's personal information. They were even like getting your voice recognition, your face recognition, and all kind of stuff. So
there you go. Again, this is our last broadcast here at MidTV. We'll see you bright and early Monday morning at 8 a.m. on Fox 30.
Yes.
We look forward to it, the big move.
Yeah, it's going to be great.
Be safe. Don't drink and drive. Make sure your pets are up. Do something for them with fireworks. We'll see you.
Have a good weekend.
The Scotty Ray Report is brought to you by our following partners.